Hello everyone, welcome to the Phillip Siddiq Show. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to have this guy. He's going to tell us about his new film, Pina. Wim Wenders. How are you?
Lovely to meet you.
My pleasure. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Pina before, and we're going to find out more about you because you are, should I say, a renaissance man with all the things you've done.
Well, I've been around for a while. And also in San Francisco, but that's a long time ago. Pina and I, we go back a long time. We did go back a quarter of a century.
Right.
And we wanted to make this film for about 20 years. We were talking about it, and Pina was pushing for it, and I was hesitating and stalling for time because I never felt I knew how to do it. I felt I couldn't do justice with my craft, with the filmmaking tools I had.
Yes.
I didn't know how to shoot the splendor of her work and the beauty and the magic. And then each time I figured where I would put my cameras and what I would do with them, I felt there was an invisible wall between Pina's work and what I could do as a filmmaker. And I couldn't crack that wall somehow. And so I was always waiting. I told Pina, I'm not sure yet how to do it. Give me some more time. And Pina was patient with me, and she said, yeah, well, you'll find it one day. There's got to be a good way to do it.
Right.
And finally, after 20 years of looking and not finding a good way to shoot dance, I realized there was a new toy. It was called 3D, and it was more than a toy. It was a tool.
Yes.
It was a new language, and it had this fantastic affinity to dance. It was made to film dance.
Done properly.
Done properly, because 3D is a crazy little thing. It's a big temptation to do more than you need. And
Yes.
most of the films that are out do more than they need to.
Right.
It's become a big bit of a gimmick in a lot of these movies, and we swore ourselves that 3D was going to be in the service of Pina's art and not vice versa. And we didn't want it to be the attraction of the film. The attraction was Pina and her work, and not us and our craft.
Right. Now tell us a little more about your personal relationship with Pina, since you guys go back a long way, and then her bringing new type of dance to Germany, because as I read in the Shakespeare she did, the audience did not like what she was doing.
Oh no, when Pina started out, it was a revolution. Her art is called dance theater. She invented it. That didn't exist before. It's not theater, it's not ballet, it has not much to do with classical ballet or modern dance. It's a whole new art form. And Pina got a lot of resistance. She got a lot of flack in the beginning. And then slowly people got used to it and realized what she had invented, and that she had put dance upside down. Or, like I figured, she'd given it back to people and made it something that belonged to humanity again, and not to athletes and not to some elite who loved the classical aesthetics of classical dance, but she put it back into the service of humanity. Her dances are small and tall and old and young and skinny and voluptuous, you could say,
Yes.
some of them.
Like a rainbow.
Yeah, and it's all there, and it's from all over the world, and it's really common humanity. And her work is not about aesthetics like most of dance. It's about life, and it's about who we are and how we can show who we are through our bodies, through the language of our bodies. And Pina deciphered that language in a different way than any other choreographer before. You see, I wasn't into dance. Dance was not for me. I didn't care. I had to be dragged to see the first play with Pina. I really had to, because I told my girlfriend, look, an evening, spend a whole evening in front of a stage where people are dancing is not for me. Let's do something.
How did she drag you to the theater to make you?
Well, she said, you need to see this, do it for me. And I went, and I was ready to be bored, and then I found myself weeping like a baby after 10 minutes and not knowing what hit me. And I wept through the entire evening and realized something very big was happening there. And dance was actually, Pina's dance was actually moving me and concerning me. My mind didn't get it, my body understood it.
I like the way the film encapsulates how she moved the dancers through just asking questions and then letting them find their path.
Yeah. She developed a whole unique method of, she didn't impose her choreography. She developed this, as you said, this strange method of asking questions, lots of questions, personal ones, intimate ones, general ones to the dancers, all in the context of the new piece that she was creating. And the dancers were not allowed to answer with a single word. They're only allowed to answer with their bodies. And Pina was very meticulous. She looked at the answer and she said, well, that wasn't very precise. Can you show me again? Or that was a cliche, what you just showed me.
Yes.
Show me more exactly. And the next day she said, what you showed me yesterday wasn't so personal. Be more specific. And so she really asked the dancers to show what they got in their innermost selves. And then she really wanted to find answers about life and death and love and joy and loss and all these things that we all know. And that's why her dance touched me so much. It was about us. It was about me too.
Yeah. There's one scene in there where I think one of the only dancers, she speaks. She talks about veal in the ballet shoes. Do dancers really put veal in their ballet shoes?
I think it's an old trick, yeah.
Okay, because that tickled me so much.
If they're on their toes, I think veal is better than plastic or anything else to cushion it.
Right. I love veal. Veal tastes so good prepared that way. Prepared.
Well, I don't think you want to eat it after.
Yeah, not that. Not like that. Yeah. Now, if you could, just for a moment, think of your bestest, your funnest moment with Pina. Now that she's passed from this life to the next, what was that like for you? Just the one moment you can remember right now as we're sitting here.
The funniest moment was our first encounter, because I was so much in awe. I just seen her work for the first time and blown away by it, and realized this woman who I didn't know yet had shown me more in an hour than the entire history of cinema had ever shown me about men and women. And she had done that without a single word. So I was completely in awe. And there was this woman, this tall, skinny, fragile woman sitting in front of me, smiling at me, and not saying a thing, not a word. So I'm not a very talkative guy, even if we're talking now. So I sat there and I had to talk for the entire meeting. She didn't say anything. She smiled at me a little, one cigarette after another, and I just had to just keep on talking, my juvenile enthusiasm, because it's a long time ago, how much I had loved it. And I actually, on this first meeting, said, one day we're going to make a movie together. And I thought that would get some reaction. And she just lit another cigarette and kept smiling. And only the next time we met, which was a year later, she said, as if it had been yesterday, you mentioned the movie, that would be a nice idea. And ever since it's on the table, and that was in the mid-80s.
Yeah, it's like your running joke. I think in the notes it says that she said, where's the movie? And you says, almost, getting ready, almost.
Yeah, I still don't know. That was my answer. I still don't know how to do it. And I looked at all dance movies, and there's a lot of dance movies in the history of cinema, and there's some beautiful ones, but I felt there was a general problem between dance and filming. And nobody had solved it really, and dance was always, film didn't do it justice, I felt. Even these great movies like Singing in the Rain and Red Shoes, the dancing itself escaped film. And only when I saw my first 3D film, which is now 4 years ago, the precursor to the whole 3D rage, which was at the time a concert film, U2 in 3D.
I love U2. Love U2.
I saw the film because I love U2. And I didn't expect anything from the 3D aspect. And then the film started, and of course I loved the music, and there it was, out of a sudden, the solution to 20 years of ruining my brain, how to film Pina's work. There it was. And I almost didn't see the movie. I just saw the potential of this new thing called 3D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you've also made, I mean, other films, Paris, Texas, Buena Vista Social Club. I think, weren't you the first to make it digital?
Yeah, When I Went to the Social Club was the first all-digital movie that hit the cinemas in the late 90s. Yeah.
Perfect. I say I love this film. And I mean, it was just enough 3D, not to overwhelm it, but enhance it. And then the story of Pina herself, from the dancers, especially the interviews, telling them about us, about what Pina meant to her specifically. And it was just an incredible movie. I mean, some of the scenes I sat there, jaw just, oh my God, this is wonderful. So believe me, we are so happy you stopped by the show, and good luck with the film. And man,
I have nothing to add. You said it all. Thank you so much.
Okay, one more thing. We have an international
That's
audience.
like Peter Falk.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Oh yeah, Colombo.
One more thing.
Yeah. Can you just say in German, come go see the film and everything?
Es wäre schön, wenn Sie sich Pina angucken würden, weil auch wenn Sie keine Beziehung zu Tanz haben, Pina wird diese Meinung schon ändern.
I can say Deutsch just a little
There
bit.
you go. Now you have to find somebody to translate it.
Yes.
I said something funny about you.
Okay. Oh well, I trust you. I trust the crew.
Okay.
Thank you again, okay? Thank
Thanks
you
a
so
lot.
much. Thank you.